A soft breeze rustled the leaves as James Wilson stepped out of his small suburban house in Springfield. The sun was setting, casting an orange glow over the neat rows of homes and picket fences. James, a 32-year-old tech support worker, adjusted his glasses and sighed. It had been another long day of helping people reset passwords and explaining why turning a computer off and on again worked miracles. As he reached his car, a sudden flash of light blinded him. Shielding his eyes, James stumbled back, blinking rapidly. When his vision cleared, he saw a tall, slender figure standing awkwardly on the lawn. The figure was humanoid but undeniably alien. With pale blue skin, elongated limbs, and large, expressive black eyes. It wore a silver jumpsuit that shimmered faintly in the fading sunlight. "Greetings," the alien said, its voice melodic yet slightly mechanical. "I am Zarnak of the Andromeda Cluster. I require your assistance." James stared, mouth agape. He had read enough science fiction to imagine this moment, but nothing prepared him for the reality of an alien standing on his lawn. Okay. Assistance with what?" Zarnak tilted its head, a gesture James found oddly endearing. "I seek to integrate into your society. My mission is one of learning and cultural exchange. However, my initial attempt to blend in was unsuccessful." James raised an eyebrow. "Unsuccessful how?" Zarnak's shoulders slumped. "I attempted to pilot one of your motorized conveyances. The authorities did not appreciate my methods. They mentioned something about a license." James couldn't help but laugh. The mental image of Zarnak behind the wheel of a car was absurd. "So, you need a driver's license?" "Precisely. And I believe you are well equipped to assist me in this endeavor." James hesitated. The logical part of his brain screamed at him to call someone. The government, the military, anyone. But the curious and slightly reckless part won out. "All right, Zarnak. Let's see what we can do." The next morning, James sat at his kitchen table with a steaming mug of coffee while Zarnak examined a pamphlet on driving regulations. The alien had adopted a human disguise, a holographic projection that made it appear as an unremarkable man with sandy blonde hair and a friendly smile. "So," James began, "first thing we need to do is teach you the rules of the road. That's what this book is for. You'll need to pass a written test before you can get behind the wheel." Zarnak nodded solemnly. "I shall study diligently." Over the next week, James was astonished by Zarnak's rapid progress. The alien's ability to absorb information was unparalleled. By the end of the week, Zarnak could recite the entire driving manual verbatim. But understanding the rules and applying them were two different things. When the time came for Zarnak's first driving lesson, James took him to an empty parking lot. "All right," James said, buckling his seatbelt. "This is just to get a feel for the car. No pressure." Zarnak's holographic disguise adjusted as he climbed into the driver's seat. He gripped the steering wheel with an intensity that made James nervous. "I am ready." "Okay, put your foot on the brake, then shift into drive." The car jerked forward, and James' coffee spilled. "Gently." "Apologies," Zarnak said, easing up. The car crept forward at a snail's pace. Despite a rocky start, Zarnak improved quickly. By the third lesson, he could navigate the parking lot without incident. By the fifth, James felt confident enough to take him onto quiet residential streets. Zarnak's enthusiasm was infectious, and James found himself enjoying the lessons more than he expected. One evening, as they practiced parallel parking, Zarnak turned to James. "May I ask you a question of a personal nature?" "Sure," James said, guiding him through the steps. "Why are you assisting me?" "Most would find my presence alarming." James thought for a moment. "I guess I've always liked helping people, or aliens in this case. Plus, it's nice to do something different for a change. My life was pretty boring before you showed up." Zarnak nodded thoughtfully. "I appreciate your kindness. It reinforces my belief in the potential for interspecies cooperation." The day of the driving test arrived sooner than expected. Zarnak's holographic disguise was flawless, and he exuded an air of calm confidence. James waited anxiously at the DMV as Zarnak and the examiner disappeared into the parking lot. When they returned, the examiner was smiling. "Congratulations," she said. "You passed." Zarnok's expression of joy was subtle but unmistakable. "Thank you, James. I could not have done this without you." As they drove home, James felt a surge of pride. Helping Zarnok had been an unexpected adventure, one that reminded him of the importance of stepping outside his comfort zone. Zarnok, too, had learned valuable lessons about patience, humility, and the quirks of human culture. In the weeks that followed, Zarnok used his newfound mobility to explore the town, blending in seamlessly with the locals. He even began volunteering at a community center, sharing stories of his travels under the guise of an eccentric storyteller. For James, life returned to its usual rhythm, but he knew he'd always cherish the time he spent helping an alien navigate the complexities of human life, one driving lesson at a time.